Hey, what's up, guys? We're at the end of the day, first day on Juan's camper. All the TPO's gone. The decking has been, the damage has been repaired. All that's been replaced. There was a tree limb that landed in the middle of the roof. Insurance paid for this job, so all that stuff's been repaired. We're getting ready to go back. We'll get, so the TPO's glued down and we can't use the glue down portion of that. So we've got to prime over the top of that decking, and once we've got that primer down, then we can spray our aliphatic. We're getting all that prepped now. We've changed the trim pieces where the transition is. We're gonna get some pictures so it starts to make a little more sense, but basically at the front of the trailer, they're all like this. They come down and there's a seam where the TPO stops, where the nose cap starts. You want to hand me that trim piece? That's always a problem. We found problems in this trailer is only a few years old, but basically this is what's holding the roof down. And they've got butyl in here, and then they put Dicor on top of that. You can actually see the Dicor lines. So basically what happens is this goes down, it gets screwed down because it's trying to hold the TPO down. When it rains, this is a water dam. The water's got to get to at least a half an inch before it'll run over this. It's not sloped enough so that it'll run over the sides, and it just hangs out there and basically just sits. We found about a half a dozen screws on that transition piece that already were either rusted on top or rusted down through. So we haven't found any water damage yet, but we definitely found quite a few places, at least 6, 7, 8, I think, where if this had gone through the entire winter, it would have already been leaking on it. There was one screw that was really rusted. We're going to get some pictures inserted into this video. We found the air conditioning vents, or the air conditioning supply vents, about half of the vent was taped over. So when they put the tape up, they opened up about half of it. The vent's about that big. There was like half of it open, half of it was closed. I sent that to Juan, and he's like, hey, now I know why my air conditioning doesn't work very well. We've got there's a very similar transition that's going on at the back of the wall. It always leaks at the back of the wall. We're gonna retrim that, and we'll show you some pictures. When we're done, it's just a nice smooth transition from the roof straight over into the nose cone. There's no seams, there's no place for it to leak. It all just goes. We've got the curbs. We're gonna put, this is actually some leftover marine grade plywood that's laminated together. This is 1.5 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch tall. It's cut. So we're going to get that set down in the morning. This will be glued in, and then it'll have some screws to go in it just to get everything in place while the glue's setting up. But the air conditioner will be living on a 3/4 inch curb. That'll all be sprayed in. So when we set this back down, set the air conditioner back down, it'll be up off of the roof, and water will be able to move around. There's an internal baffle that when we took it apart, there's an internal baffle that's 2 pieces, and it's got double-sided tape on it. When they put that double-sided tape together, that was coming apart. So we're going to fix that. We did find one wiring issue. You got that picture. We'll get that picture in there. But basically, it's solar prep, and the wire, when they put it in, they shoved it in, but it was still all kinds of exposed, and I can't believe it wasn't causing an issue. It's kind of, Noah's going to give me a prop. But this is what was going on. It was bent over like this. It was about that far away, only the wires were frayed apart, and it was just sitting there. I don't know. I don't understand. But what's that? Yeah, Noah said it. He doesn't know how they weren't touching. So anyway, it's a lot of little kind of crazy, ridiculous knick-knack stuff. This hadn't had power to it yet, thank goodness. But we're going to get that cleaned up. We'll get that taken care of. By the end of the day tomorrow, we ought to either have it primed or it'll be ready to prime. The primer, when we spray the primer down, it needs to set for about 8 hours. It lets it do its thing and gets nice and firm where it needs to be. So in the next couple of days, we're gonna have this sprayed. When we prime the roof, we're also gonna prime the slides. We'll spray all those. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving pieces. We actually had another RV company come in today. They don't want to do slides. They don't have any spray equipment. So, but they're doing frame work and chassis work, and we don't do frame or chassis. So we might be able to share some work here, but a lot of really cool things going on in the shop, and this is one of them. I think we've covered everything. We'll get some pictures inserted into this. It's kind of hard to go up on the roof and film while you're up there, but we'll get some pictures inserted, and hopefully this makes sense. Hit the subscribe button. That helps us out. If you've got questions, shoot those to us. And yeah, we're scheduling into January right now. I've got to go look at a slide tomorrow. That's going to come up in, I think, March. I've got some suspension work coming in May. So if you want work like this done, give us a call and get it on the schedule, because we are starting to book up. But anyway, appreciate you watching. We're out of here for tonight. Have a good night. Later.